Hey, this young lady is going to start our month of November off. You know her. She's no stranger to us. In other words, like Michael Jackson said on his song, she's bad. Number one, let me go through this real quick. She has two little fur babies at home. Two little fur babies. Yep. Man, I tell you what, every time I go through that door, they jumping on me. Number two, we traveled to Dallas, Texas to help build her business. Me, her, and her husband went down to Dallas to get some relatives in. Amazing lady. Number three, all the co-founders know that she flips gas stations. She knows the flipper. A gas station, her and her husband who's saying they flip gas stations, also liquor stores. Number four, her husband is just a heck of a guy, amazing man, allows her to stay home and build her ACM business. Even when I go down to Fresno, I stay at her house. We do training. I just can't go to bed early. So Miss Thomas, I need some more. We're up to 12 or 1 o'clock at night. She makes sure of that. So I'm paying for my room. Just joking. She's been so great. She'd open her home up to people like Jamar Sharp, Mr. Bree Clemens and I, the last time we went down there, Lance Wittenberg. I mean, she had opened her home up to several of us as we traveled down to Fresno, and just a wonderful lady. She opened up her own gym and saw that the handwriting was on the wall. I need to close this down and do something else. Went to ACN meeting, saw it, made sense, signed up right on the spot. Without further ado, here she is. She's bad. 3.0, the great superstar, Natasha Ismail.
Mr. Thomas. So I don't know if anybody caught that, but when I had the song Bad playing, I totally had Mr. Thomas in mind because I know the man loves his Michael Jackson, okay? And number two, I was like, everybody's bad. Like, we're bad ASSESs, you know? So why can't we have that song playing? So thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be on the call today. He's saluting me. Some people catch that, but you know his background. So I want to thank Mr. Thomas for giving me the opportunity to be on the call today to talk to everyone. And I get to kick off the month with you guys. I don't know who's excited, but get excited. You guys could throw some comments, do all that stuff. But I've had the blessing of being in proximity of greatness through Mr. Thomas. And for those of you that have actually met him or know him, you guys know how that is. You guys know that his aura is so strong and powerful, and it's just full of greatness. You guys know what that feels like to just be by him. And I've had the pleasure of studying him as a mentor, and as we should. The mentors that you have, you need to study them. We need to study greatness. We know that greatness leaves clues, success leaves clues, but if you don't study them, you ain't gonna get the goods. You ain't gonna get the gold that you need to succeed. And I'm so thankful, Mr. Thomas, for everything that you do for each and every one of us. And I mean, I don't think I can ever thank you enough. So thank you. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Natasha, aka Tasha Q, aka Boss Lady. You guys, my Instagram is it's Tasha Q Boss Lady, like everywhere. Okay. But I'm just, for the new people, because we have a lot of new people on the call, I'm just someone that always had a gut feeling that I was different. And I didn't know what it was, but I just always had this feeling that there was just something more. And, you know, my parents came here from Pakistan with nothing in their pockets, and I watched them work day in, day out. They missed my school functions. I was always the kid that was by herself. And, you know, my parents weren't there because they were always working, and I understood that. I wasn't mad at them for it, but I understood the importance of money a long time ago. And they always told me, let me know if you guys, any of you guys agree with this message or have heard this, okay? My parents always told me, go to school, get a good, fill in the blanks, education. I already see you guys. Catherine already got it. Pat already got it. And get a good job. And so I did. And their meaning of a good job was a good paying job, meaning something that pays you well financially so you don't have to struggle financially like they did. So I did that. I wanted to be a good daughter. I listened. And after getting my master's degree, when I came out of college, I saw that the jobs that were available were only paying like $5 to $7 more than the jobs for people that had no degrees at all. And getting those degrees are expensive. So, I mean, I had to make up for it somehow, right? So after seeing that, I was like, if I can't take care of myself and my husband on what we're going to make, how am I supposed to take care of my parents? So that's the moment that I decided to be my own boss forever. And I said, nobody's ever going to control my future but me. So I named today Now or Never November because it's literally now or never. The decisions that you make in this month can carry you into next year, and they're going to determine the next year that you have. They're going to determine the Thanksgiving that you have. They're going to determine the Christmas that you have. They're going to determine potentially the rest of your life. And there's a lot of people that need to start making decisions. Okay. So I want to ask everyone. Oh, there's a reason I picked the song Bad. You guys might put it together right now, okay? So how many of you guys have seen Scooby Doo? Let me know in the chat. Raise your hand. Do some. Dave Culver's like, I've seen it. Sam Foster, Belinda. Okay, Marie, everyone. All right, Al Randolph is like, Scooby Doo is my best friend, right? So we've all seen Scooby Doo, okay? Now, you chase the bad guys, okay? You go after the bad guys. You're in the super cool mystery van, okay? And you chase after the bad guy, chase after the bad guy. So I want you guys for a second to put yourself in Scooby Doo, okay? So you could be Fred, you could be Velma, you could be any of the other ones because I don't remember their names. Daphne, I think one of them. You can have orange hair, whatever you want to do, okay? Put yourself in Scooby Doo. All right, put yourself in that show. Think about the person that you think is the bad person in your life, the bad guy, the bad girl. Who is that one person in your life that you're just like, if this person would move away to Mars, my life would be so much easier. Okay. Lurleen is like, I understand, right? So who's that one person? Think about that one person. Okay. Now we're in the mystery van, just like Alez, because he's driving, and just like Belinda Batiste, because she's driving, like my husband. So we're going to pretend we're in the mystery van and they're driving it. Okay. So Marie's like cracking up. I have a point. Watch. So you're running after this bad guy. You're running after this bad girl. You're trying to chase them, and you finally get them. You finally get them. And they have this super scary mask on, and you're just like, I don't even want to touch them. It's disgusting. And you go and you put your hand on top of the mask, and you grab it, and you pull off the mask. Who do you guys see? If you said anybody, ooh, Sam Foster and Julian got it. I'm gonna look through the other screen in a second. But when you grab the mask and you pull it off, you see yourself. And I don't know how many times they've had episodes like that where they have a bad guy and they're chasing after him, the guy with the blonde hair, Fred, I think, that they're chasing after him. And when they pull off the mask, it's himself. It's literally himself. It turns out it's another mask, but it's himself, right? Oh, Julian has it. I was looking for that picture. So that, when you pull off the mask, it's yourself. So before personal development, I don't know about any of you, but I would always blame other people for where I was at, whether it was emotionally or just how far I was in life, right? Now, if someone made me mad, if someone made me sad, or looking to other people, even for happiness. And some of you guys know what I'm talking about. When you're looking to other people to validate you, when you're looking to other people for why they made you sad or why they made you mad, not realizing the whole time you're the one in control. And when you don't have that control, you're giving them control. I would get mad when somebody had a parking spot and they would like get into my parking spot when I was going to class in college, and I would be super late, and I'd get to class and I was so pissed off because I was like, this person took my parking spot. If they would have just let me have the parking spot, I would have been on time. Not telling myself that, hey, if you would have just literally left a few minutes early, you could have, right, Dave? Yep. I mean, you could have just gotten that parking spot, but it just felt a little bit better just to put it on somebody else, right? As you develop as a person, you're going to start to see things differently. And I know a lot of you on this call have developed and you start to see life differently. How many of you have noticed if you've gone to a get together or anything like that, that you feel like the black sheep? You feel like you're the one that is totally standing out and nobody else understands because those people don't develop as much as you do. Those people have different goals in life than you do. And there's nothing wrong with it. They're just in different places. You want so much more, but yet there's so many people that are just okay with being there. So after you start to see things differently, you start to take responsibility for those things. You start to take responsibility, say, hey, if somebody's making me upset right now, like for example, if somebody says no to you, do you blame them? I mean, you might, right? If you're new, you might be like, are you stupid? Like, why are you saying no? But you have to understand that once you give somebody that control, they can control you. You cannot give other people that control over you. You are the one that is your own master, but you just have to learn to master yourself. And when you start taking responsibility, that's a sign of leadership, right? So you start to accept the things that, hey, if I would have done this, I would have had a different outcome, versus if this person would have done this, or if this person wouldn't have done this, things like that. It's what you do and how you react that determines your outcome. Things are going to happen to everyone. And can we agree that these past couple years, life has happened to everyone, right? Now, personally, I'm going to tell you guys my secret, what I do. I don't know if I've talked about this before or not, but when I go through a problem or a challenge, first of all, I have to ask myself, how did I get here? Like, plain and simple, how am I even here, right? What led to it? How am I here? And you get over that part quick, because if you keep thinking about the past, you're going to stay there. The second thing is, what is there that I can do? What can I do to get out of the situation, to change the outcome of the situation? And then you have to tell yourself, or even ask yourself, is this going to break me or is this going to make me? Every single time something happens, because those are the only two choices. So if you're strong and if in your head you're the victor, which choice are you going to pick? You're obviously going to say, this is going to make me, right? You guys know I love Rocky, so just think about that movie, okay? And I tell myself, this isn't how I'm going out. This isn't how my story is going to end. This is not the last thing that people are going to know, right? So I want you guys to put it in the chat. When you guys face problems, what do? What conversations do you have with yourself? Do you start to think about the negative side and start to go with it? Or do you catch yourself and then do you start thinking of solutions? So I had somebody the other day reach out to me on Instagram, and it's like, I've met this person in person, stuff like that. And you know, he was just telling me a bunch of problems and, you know, problems with the girl, car issues. And mind you, this person is like 18. Okay. So issues with the girl, issues with cars, like all this stuff. Okay. And, you know, he had lost people and he's just like, I don't think I know how to smile anymore. And I told this person, I said, right now, there's people out there fighting for their life, literally fighting for their life. They have issues going on, they have conditions, they have all this stuff. And if they can find a reason to smile, or if they can find a reason to be thankful, why can't you? And I started thinking, because I love psychology, okay? I started thinking, I said, we are what we tell ourselves. All of these big speakers and Les Brown and Tony Robbins and all of these people, what is it that they tell you? They tell you you are the stories that you tell yourself. So if in your head, you're telling yourself the story that you're a victim, what are you going to be? A victim. You're not going to be something else, right? If you tell yourself that you're a victor, what are you going to be? You're going to be a victor. You're not going to be a victim. It's the story that you tell yourself. So from now on, when things start happening, be mindful. And I want you to see, what is it that you're telling yourself? Because in life, you get what you look for. If you're looking for being a victim and all of those things, that's what you're going to get. If you're looking, when you're looking to be, this just came to me. So if you're looking to be a victim, all you're going to find is more problems to enhance and to back up the fact that you're a victim. If you start thinking, I'm the victor, I got this, you're going to start thinking of solutions. You're going to become solution oriented. And what are entrepreneurs? Solution oriented. And for those of you that understand the law of attraction, that's how that works. Now understand, the enemy goes harder after people that have a bigger calling. You have a calling on your life, but so does he. Dale Ransom, I saw you. So does he. The enemy is going to try to get you any way he can. And listen to this part, because it's his job. It's his job to know what bothers you. It's his job to know what makes you sad. It's his job to know what makes you mad. It's his job to know what's going to ruin your marriage. It's his job to know what's going to ruin your relationship. It's his job to know what breaks you. It's his job, Marie. It's his job, Jomar. It's his job, Latasha. Willie Crib, it's his job. He's just doing his job. But you have a job too. It's your job to know how to not let it bother you. It's your job to know how to not let it get you sad. It's your job to understand and know how to control your temper. It's your job to be understanding in your marriage and in your relationships. It's your job to know how not to break. There's so much more to life than just existing. And there's a lot of people right now just floating through life that are just existing. I literally had somebody tell me that the other day. I'm just floating through life. And I said, is that how you want it to be? Because if you give up and you stay there, that's all you're going to get out of life. You're just going to float. There's so many people right now that have just given up hope. They just have hopelessness all over their freaking face. And it's so sad to look at. Sometimes it's just easier to throw in the towel. It's just easier to put your hands up, just surrender, say, you know what, I'm done. But that's the easy way out. What's the point of your life if you're just not going to go after anything? If you don't create something, if you don't try to see what your full potential is, that's my thing is I want to see my full potential before I die. I want to see who I was meant to change before I die. I want to see what impact I'm supposed to leave on the world before I die. And guess what? Nobody freaking knows when that's happening. But if you wake up every day on accident, if you wake up every day like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. If you wake up every day like, oh, I got time. You know, the average person has 80 summers. Think about that for a second. Do you want to leave this earth without seeing what you were truly meant to be? Do you want to see what your life was really supposed to be like before you pass away? Do you want to see the impact that you're going to have on people before you leave? Or do you just want to leave without seeing any of that? And then you go upstairs to God, be like, sorry. I mean, you know, and you end up meeting the person that you were supposed to be. Every single one of you right now see a person in your head. Every single one of you see a version in your head that you're supposed to be. But if you're not working towards that version, what if when you die, you meet that version? How are you going to feel? Everybody gets this one life. Do not waste it. There's people that did not wake up today. And I say this all the time. If you're not dead, you're not done. But it's your job to figure out what you're not done with. It's your job to find something and run with it. It's your job to get passionate about something and just run towards it. There's a lot of battles that are going to come your way, but you can't win life by giving up and surrendering at every battle that comes to you. You need a strategy. You need to know how to fight. You need to know how to fight the right way, because if not, you're going to lose every single time, even if it's against your own mind. And we know it's a constant daily battle against your own mind. I cannot tell you how many people have told me they are depressed. How many people have told me the doctor wants to put me on medication? How many people have told me the doctor wants them to be hospitalized because they are mentally unstable? You are in control of it. I've gone through the depression, I don't know how many times now, 3 times for sure, majorly. And it's a very, very, very bad place to be in. But when you start looking to other people to get you out of it, you just get in it deeper. You're the only one that can get you out of it. If you're the one that dug the hole, you're the one that can get yourself out of it. And you guys know the mule story that I've told. You're the only one that can change it. I named this Now We're November because you hear everybody saying, we've been doing this for so long. We've been doing these calls for 2 years and all of that stuff. And you know what? We shouldn't need somebody to motivate us to go after our dreams. And I'm going to admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. It's scary. Just like Scooby Doo. And since yesterday was Halloween, it's scary. It's scary to go after your dreams. It takes courage. It takes guts to go after something. But I need you, everybody, right now to ask yourself, what if you don't? What if you just play it safe? What if you don't go after the person that you see in your head? What if? Will you be happy? Because tell me, how fun is life without risk, adventure, and going after something? Why do we say the thrill of the chase? Because overcoming is becoming. That line is so deep. I heard it this weekend. Now y'all are hearing us, so write that down. Overcoming is becoming. That's a talk for another day. But I'm going to end with this. This poem resonated with me so much because I found out that I didn't have a fear of failure. I was not scared of failing because it's like, I know what I can do, right? I had a fear of success. Dave, I had a fear of success. Marcia, I had a fear of success. And I think that that's it for some of you too. Catherine Williams, it might be a fear of success. And I had a mentor tell me once, he said, it scares you to death to become the person that you see in your head because you're scared of the power of your own potential. Sam, that's exactly how I felt, bro. I was like, what? What did you just say? But it was true. So this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to close it out. So I need you to pay close attention to this. Do not take notes. Just either close your eyes or look at me. But unless you're driving, because there's like 4 people driving right now, just look at me. Don't close your eyes. Just listen to this poem, okay? This poem is called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in every single one. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I don't know who this call was for. I don't know who needed to hear it. Miss Hayes, Miss Hanson, Miss Darlene Evans, Miss Marilyn, Mr. Randy, I see you. I don't know who this was for. I don't know how many people this impacted. I don't even know if that poem went with the call, but for some reason it was on my heart since 5 days ago that I need to share this with everyone here. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And with that, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to pass it back to you.